Hi there, I'm Alan Whitehead from Chinook's Edge School Division Learning Services, and tonight we're going to wrap up the sixth segment of Teaching Tech Tips, and we're going to have a little fun looking at apps and extensions. So we're getting close to Christmas, so I'm calling this a Christmas smorgasbord of apps and extensions. So we'll get started and move fairly quickly through this. I'm going to share my screen to get us started. And the first thing I'll do is show the Chrome store. So just really to touch on what are apps versus extensions if you're not sure. Apps and extensions in the Chrome world using our Google accounts. Apps are web applications. So you might be familiar with Mail, of course, Gmail, Docs, Google Drive. Those are all examples of applications. And what they basically are is you're not actually, when you install them, you're not installing software. You're more enabling your account, your Google account with the @CESD73.ca domain to work with those applications online. They're all cloud-based through the internet. In the past, you might be familiar with Microsoft Word or Office, Microsoft Outlook. Those were actually programs or software that were loaded onto a computer, whereas applications are all web-based, so you just connect your account to them. The ones I mentioned before, Google Docs, Google Mail, those are the well-known ones, kind of the standard ones, but there's lots of other apps out there that you can add to your account and use online. The neat thing about it is once you've added them, you can access them through the Chrome browser on any computer, any device really. So even on an Apple iOS phone or iPad, you can load those apps generally and connect through your Google account as well in many cases. So that's the neat thing about it, is it moves away from it being device specific, whereas in the past if you had Microsoft Word loaded on one computer, you might not have it on a home computer or something like that, whereas now you've got access to these apps and students have access to them no matter where they are. Extensions are a little different in that they're just in the Chrome browser. They're modifications to the Chrome browser. So they can enhance functions, typically, is what they do to the Chrome internet browser. And again, just like the web apps, once you've attached them or connected them to your account, then you've got them no matter what browser, or as long as you're in the Chrome browser, no matter what computer you're on, as long as you log into the browser. So right now I'm on a Chromebook, so I'm automatically logged in. So any extension that I've added, they're showing up here. If you notice this kind of tray beside my address bar here, these are all extensions that I've added. And there's some that don't need to show up here, but some of them have buttons that show up here as well. If I went to a different computer, if it wasn't a Chromebook, let's say it was a laptop, Windows machine, I open up the Chrome internet browser. It's got to be Chrome. It can't be Internet Explorer or Firefox. If I go to this little button here, this menu, if I'm on a Windows machine in a Chrome browser, I should have an option here to log in. Either that or if I go to Settings, and I can tell it that I want to log in with my username and password, then any extensions or apps that I add to my account will automatically show up in the Chrome browser. So you can have that consistent experience with Chrome on a Chromebook, on a PC computer. So that's the nice thing about using your account. So let's get into some examples of apps and extensions. First of all, to add apps and extensions, the easiest way is through the Chrome Web Store. So if you just Google Chrome Web Store, if you go to chrome.google.com/web store, you'll be taken to this site. If you're on the Chinook's Edge network, it automatically defaults to the education category. So that's one thing to remember. If you want to change and search all, there's lots of games and things like that on there as well. But we've set it to default go to the education site if you're on the Chinook's Edge network. Here, within here, you can search for apps, games, extensions. So a couple to mention that I'd like to highlight. One is called Summarize This. So if I search for that app, you'll see I get results. Here's apps. If I scroll down, I can see extensions that connect to what I put in, Summarize This, or themes. So this is the one I'm looking for, Summarize This. I've already added it to Chrome, you can see. That's why it says Rate It. If I click on it, it'll give me a little description of what it is. And Summarize This is basically what it says. It'll summarize a piece of text. So I'm going to click on Visit the Website. And if I have some text, let's say tonight is, I know there is a presidential debate going on, a Republican nominee debate. So let's look up some information on Donald Trump. So let's go to his Wikipedia page. And if I grab a whole bunch of text from his page, okay, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to summarize this, and I'm going to paste it in there, and I'm going to ask it to summarize. And it's going to give me this little summary here, which I can then copy and paste if I like as well. All right. You can also share it on Google+, all sorts of things like that. So that's just a neat little tool, an app you can connect to. So where that sits now, if I want to find it again, I'm on a Chromebook. If I hit on the little search button, I can search for it. You can see it shows up because I've just been using it. Or I can go to all apps and I'll be able to find an example of it there. If you're on a Windows computer in the Chrome browser, there'll be a little apps button right here. It's different right now on mine because I'm not on a Windows machine. But you'll find the apps button in the Chrome browser. You can click that there and find Summarize This. But really, it'll just take you to this website, summarizethis.com. So a quick way to get summaries created. Nice little tool for students, or when you're working on summarizing, give them some examples. The next one, we'll just keep searching here in the Chrome store, is Newsela, or Newsela. Okay, again, I've already added it to Chrome. If I hadn't, I would click, it would be blue here and it would say Add to Chrome. And I could just click on that, enable it with my account. When I visit the website, okay, Newsela is a site for current events and different topics that you can search, and you can change the Lexile level. So it'll give you some options with Lexile levels. Typically, you get a lot of American media in there. Let's just search Canada and see what comes up. Now you can set up your account and you can sign in using your Google account and toggle kind of what kind of materials you'd like to get. Okay, so here's some older articles you can see from 2014, 2013. You can open one up and you can see over here, you can change the Lexile level. I'm going to have to sign in to take a look. Okay, and I'm just going to sign in with my Google account. Open up another article. Just demonstrate how you can change the Lexile level. There you go. So you can see it just being simplified. All right, so that's Newsela, Newsela. Again, you can add it, find it in your app section, or it's just the website newsela.com because these are web applications. Another neat one, actually this one works well with Newsela. I'll just keep that open. Back in the Chrome store, I'm going to search for Scribble. S-C-R-I-B-L-E. Okay, so this one right here. And this adds a lot of features for annotation, highlighting, allows you to save pieces and write on them. It has some similar features to Read and Write for Google, if you're familiar with that, but it's free, which is nice. So I'm going to visit the website. What you have to do is visit this, add the app, sign in using your Google account on the Scribble website, scribble.com. Okay, so I'm going to sign in using my Google account. I've authorized and set up this account in the past. So once you've done that, you should have to click on the sign in with Google. Okay, I'm going to skip the tutorial. So you can see I've saved an article here already. I'll just click on that to open it up. And just back in the website, you can see there's web pages. You can bookmark things. You can save papers in there. And what you can do in those, so this is an article I was looking at the other day. And I added in some annotations and highlighting. Just taking a while to load. So I've added that right in, and then I save this page. So I've written in some notes on this paragraph, highlighted this one, and this works in conjunction with an extension. So if you notice back in the Chrome Web Store, this is the Scribble app. Down here under extensions, you can add the Scribble toolbar. In the same way that you would add an app, you just click on it, click Add to Chrome. And now up here in my extensions, you can see this one is this little symbol. That's the Scribble toolbar. So now, when I'm here, in an article I'd like to annotate, I click on this toolbar to bring it up here. And with that, I've got highlighting, adding notes. I can write text right over. I can change the text too, actually. That's kind of a neat feature. If I highlight it and underline, oh, I have to click that first and then highlight it. Underlines everything. Or I can set it to bold. Oh, you can see I was doing that before. Highlight everything here, it'll bold it. So you can alter the text and then save it to your Scribble account. So with this button here, save the annotated page. And it puts it right here in your Scribble account with the annotations on it. So it's a great tool for students to use when they're looking at online text, if they want to add notes or anything like that and save it for later, for research, whatever they're doing with it. It's a great tool for that. So you have to add two things. The Scribble app takes you to the website, create an account, which is just linking with your Google account, so you don't have to make a new username and login, and then add the Scribble extension. Go to any website, press on the extension button, it pulls up this toolbar, and you can start annotating, changing things. All right. All right, one more app I'll highlight. Model periodic table. It's another neat one. So this app, it gives you the periodic table. You can click on the different ones, different elements to get different information at the bottom. You can do a lesson and quiz and kind of set up your own quizzes within or reference Wikipedia based on it. So it's a quick look at an online periodic table for those interested in science and chemistry, more specifically, biology. It's a great tool. All right, getting in more into extensions. So I've shown you the one toolbar extension, some other neat ones that I recommend for teachers and students. So one that I have, these are all ones that I have and like to use, is AdBlock. You can see that's this little red hand up here. So again, I want to look for extensions. So these are the extensions. AdBlock is a free advertising blocking. So once you have it enabled, once the extension is running, it doesn't allow for any pop-ups or even any ads to show up on a page. So if I go to, what's that page? Let's go to the TSN page. Sports pages often have a lot of advertising. So I'll show you right now when it comes up, it's got ad block running. So you shouldn't see any extra ads showing up. Okay. It's definitely taking its time right now. Now, if you look at the ad block extension up here, you can see that number 1 underneath. That means it's blocking one advertisement right now. If I click on the extension button, oh, now it's up to 2. So as it's loading, it's just picking up all the ads. So it's got 2 ads on the page that's blocking. What I can do is I can say, I can tell it to not run on the page. And when I click that, you'll see, oh, now it's up to 7 that are being blocked on this page. All right, I've told it not to run on this page. When it reloads, you can see what that looks like with ads. It's a nice tool to have on browsers for students, especially younger students. Just make sure that any ad content doesn't come up that could be misleading or something that you just wouldn't want students to be seeing or being led to. Okay, so you can see now the ads along the side, this little pop-up ad. So quite a few ads, even ones down here at the bottom, the Sport Check one. All these are ads that would not show up. So you can see now it goes to green. I'm going to turn it back on and get rid of all the ads. One thing this does as well is it helps when you limit the ads to speed up the page. It's not a good example right now because I've got a webcast running that the internet's taking a while to load things, but that's ad block. All right, a couple other quick ones. The goo.gl URL shortener. So this one right here, I've got it loaded there. From any page, if you click on that goo.gl URL shortener, what it does is it creates a shortened URL, so a shortened web address. You could use this one instead of this long one in my address bar to share with someone, and that would take them, or for you to reuse, to get to this site. Okay, so you can click copy and paste it wherever. An additional detail is you can click on QR code, and it makes a QR code that will refer to this website. So that's neat with students if you want to give them a QR code quickly to use a mobile device to get to a website, or just give them a shortened link instead of having to write out the big long one. You can use goo.gl. You can also go to the website goo.gl and input this site for shortening, but this extension allows you to not have to leave this site. Just click on the extension, it gives you the short URL. Okay, another one is called Save to Google Drive. So that's this Google Drive symbol right here in my extensions. When you click on that, whatever page you're on, or if you're on a PDF or document, and you in the Chrome browser, when you click on Save to Drive, it will do just like it says, saves it to your drive, and you can then decide where you want to put it and move it around. Okay, so you just click on it, and right away, oh, we can't do this page, I guess because it's a Chrome page. Let's say we're on this page. Click on Save to Google Drive, and what it does with web pages is it takes a screenshot where it makes an image of it. If you're on a PDF, it saves that PDF itself. Okay, and you can see I can rename it. I can change where it goes to if I click change, or I can just decide to trash it if I change my mind and don't want to keep it in my drive. So that's Save to Google Drive. Really handy if you're coming across, especially PDFs that you want to save to your drive right away. Can be a great one. TechSmith is a company, and they have a tool called Snagit. So this extension, which I've got right here, when you click that, it allows you to I don't want to review it, it allows you to, oh, can't use it on that page either for some reason, doesn't like the Chrome store. Okay, when I click on the Snagit extension right there, I can take an image or I can make a screencast. So I can take a video showing my screen. So I could decide to take a video of a region. I could say from here, just drag to here. It'll create an image of that and save it, and you can put it into your Google Drive. so it'll save it into your Google Drive. Or you could start recording as you make a video talking about what's on your screen, a screencast. Okay, oops. So that is Snagit, made by TechSmith. Neat little tool for teachers. Another practical tool is Grammarly, which is a spell checker and grammar checker. And this then, once you have that extension running, you can see it's running right here for me, it will spell check and grammar check any emails you're writing, anything you're writing online. It'll check it for you automatically, and you can hover over it and it'll tell you, it'll give you a suggestion to edit. So that's Grammarly. It's a great addition to make sure you get spell checking and everything. Share to Classroom is a handy extension if you're using Google Classroom. And I feel like I'm going on and on. I'll try. So if I'm on this page and I want to share something with my students, so let's say I have a class, I'm going to click Share to Classroom. And what that will do then is it'll take this page and start to create a post to my classroom. Now, these are all the classrooms I have. I can choose when I want to post it in, and I can choose what kind of post is it. So do I want it to be an announcement? Do I want to start creating an assignment based on this website? Where if I'm opening a PDF, anything you can open in the Chrome browser, could be your PowerPoint that you have open or your Google Slide, Google Doc that you have open. You can push that to students directly from the browser. So you don't have to go to Classroom, find it. You can do it right from whatever you're working on. Really handy if you come across a neat article or site that you want to share with your students and get some discussion going. You just click Share to Classroom. You can add a little comment, and it gets pushed right out to students. If they have this extension added as well, if students have it, they'll get a notification from the extension when they're in the Chrome browser saying your teacher has posted this. And they can then comment back, and that could pop up for you in the extension as well. So it's a neat little tool if you're using Google Classroom. Share to Classroom. A couple more, a lot of really practical ones. One is called Black Menu. And this tool works with your Google account, so it allows you to access all your different Google apps in one place. So that's this extension right here, the multicolored one. When I click on it, it pulls up, you can see along here, all the different apps that I often use connected to my Google account. So if I hover over Gmail, it'll show me a preview of my Gmail, and I can start working right in there. If I hover over Calendar, it'll show me my calendar. If I go to Maps, I can start searching a map. I could even start a Google search in there as well. So it allows you to do all of that right within any page you're on. You can go to the Black Menu extension and start doing that. So kind of a convenience extension. Okay, another quick one. One-click timer. Maybe I should have set this one to keep myself on time because I didn't mean to go this long. But one-click timer, I've got it up here, right here. When you add that extension and then click on it in your extension bar, you can set a timer for how many minutes. And once the timer starts ticking away, once it gets down to 0, it'll play a little song for you. And you can decide on that. Okay, so that's a one-click time. You can see you can close it, then it keeps ticking away in the background in the extension. I'm going to turn it off. There we go. Google Hangouts is another one. If you add the Hangouts extension, you can open up and start Hangouts right from the extension. So that's you can do a Hangout chat, or you can do a Hangout video call. We're using Hangouts right now for this to create this webcast. And lastly, my last extension I want to touch on is called Extensify. So this is a neat one if you start to get a lot of, Extensity. I feel like the name has changed. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Extensity. If you start to get a lot of extensions, you can add this extension, which shows up like this little blue and white ball, almost a yin-yang ball. When you click on it, it shows you all your extensions you have, and if you notice, there's some that are shaded in a little darker. Those are ones that aren't showing up. I've got them. It's like a way to turn off some of your extensions when you're not using them. Okay, and it also shows you all the apps you've added to your account, and you can access them if you click on them here as well. But if you notice right now the one-click timer, if I go find that in my list here, oh, right at the top, if I click on it, it disappears. It's gone shaded, and I can bring it back. Okay, or my Google Dictionary. I want to get rid of that. It's gone. Okay, so Extensity has a quick way to kind of clean up your extensions toolbar here and also turn some of them off. All right, so I've shown you the Chrome store. One thing to consider, it's a fairly new feature, is Google Play for Education. This is the last thing I'll wrap up with, as a neat way to push out apps and extensions to your classes, to your students. So as a teacher, this is a really great tool. If you go to the Google Play for Education, so play.google.com/edu, not the just regular Google Play, I want to stress it needs to be Google Play for Education. In there you can go find some of these apps that I've been talking about, or extensions, and you can actually push them to your students' accounts. If they're free, that's done automatically. Some of them are, there's a fee and you have to pay for it. The teacher can then manage that. They can pay for it through whatever funds you like. If it's school funds or your own, you can then pull back that app when students are done with it or at the end of the year and assign it to a new student. So if we go to Chrome apps, so we can see here's some neat math ones. Here's Newsella. We talked about that one. So what we can do is click Install and push it out to our students. So just like you'd share a doc or a presentation in Google, you can start writing in someone's name. And I could share this then with that person in our CESD domain. There are ways to share it with a whole class. So if I go INHS, Innisfil High School, I could share it with all grade 9, 10, or 11, or 12 students. Or I could say Social Studies, there's Social Studies 9 - Anderson, so that'd be the teacher. This would push it to everyone in that class. Every student in that class would get that app installed on their account. So it's a way for teachers to manage what's on their students' accounts. Not all teachers have this ability right now in Chinook's Edge. If you'd like it though, Tech Services can add that. So you just need to talk to your LAN tech or your tech EA, or you could email me. We're looking at getting this set up for everyone in the near future as this expands. You'll notice there are books in Google Play for Education, so that's something to look at. It seems like right now it's a limited amount. It's really a lot of classics there. That same thing, you can push them out to student accounts. All right, so that is a lot. I hope you found something useful here and enjoy the time we've had with Teaching Tech Tips. I'm Alan Whitehead, and I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the new year. Thanks.